Hollywood shapes people's reality really profoundly. When I was 19 or 20, I kind of had to choose between studying digital media and comparative religion. And I couldn't get into digital media. It was a small course and you had to have a higher score. So I went and did a bachelor's and I majored in comparative religion with the idea that I would switch over once I'd done a semester and go and do what was in the 90s called charmingly multimedia. And I ended up, I loved comparative religion so much, even though it was a random choice. I ended up doing like 3 years. I'd never finished my degree, but I did like 3 years. And I was fascinated by looking at the way that one religion borrowed from another, and when Buddhism, say, moved from India to China, how the culture changed it, and then it goes to Tibet and it gets mixed in with all these animist and shamanic traditions and all these cool demons and stuff. And partially I got interested in religion, but I also got interested in belief systems and how culture shapes human belief and how belief shapes reality. And then on the side, I was kind of studying like little bits of media and journalism and that stuff. And it's like, what are we, like 20 plus years later? It's nearly 25 years later. And like now I'm kind of seeing the benefit of that crossover, which at the time was just, they had nothing to do with each other. But now I really think those two interests have stayed consistent for, 2, nearly 3 decades. And it's like, one, what is the big operating systems that human beings are running on, which is what I think religions are. They're essentially operating systems. And then 2, how do we shape and change culture? And it's through media. Like, Hollywood shapes people's reality really profoundly. And so the whole dark wizard media thing, it's really beginner. It's really just getting, it's like a little tiny seedling right now, but I feel like it's the first attempt for me to start mixing those two threads together and start, at first it's like, oh, what if we share heaps of memes? And it's like, ha ha ha, that's funny. And then it's like, oh, they are like it's like slow release droplets of acid into the water supply. It's like just one after another. Oh, there's another witchcraft one. There's another one about reality hacking. And there's another one about such. That's what I'm interested in, is like, how do we tweak our own operating systems, which I feel like I've gotten quite proficient at, and creating the spiral and other systems for self-change. But then how do we start to edit the shared operating systems through culture and through media? So that's really why we're here, I guess.